Welcome back, welcome back. This is your girl, Lady Princess. You never know what you might hear. You're mixing it up with Lady Princess. You might hear a little gospel, a little some little jazz. You never know what you might hear, see, or what I might do. Baby, bye. So today, welcome back, everybody. A great Tuesday. I have a special guest, a longtime friend, but then what he told me he was doing, and we're going to be talking, we're going to educate you today. Yes, and I'm not even high. Ain't that a hot mess? But we're going to educate you on some great things. So today, and also we're going to be playing, of course, what I always do. Oh, why you trying to take pictures while we talking? Ain't a hot mess. What I always do is like to do like to do my Jeopardy. So we are going to, at the end of the show, we're going to do our Jeopardy show. And for all of you want to call in, we had a lot of calls last time, didn't we, Earl? We had a lot of calls. So you still can call in at 708-223-8953, or you can go to my website at www.princessdempsey.com, and you're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. So my guest, I'm going to let him introduce himself. He have taken many photos of me. So y'all don't know he has another career. You got to come up and tell him who you are.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tell them who you are.
Hit me from back here.
Nah.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, everybody? It's a pleasure to be on the Princess Dempsey show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I go way back with Earl. You know, when he started.
Many moons ago, huh?
Oh yeah.
When Martin Luther King and Moses was there, he spread the Red Sea. So did he spread the Red Sea with you? Was it the one with the can? Which one was it?
Yeah, we go way back though. That's my man though.
All right, well, introduce yourself and what you're doing.
My name's Daryl Fundren, right? And I'm an advocate for medical cannabis. I want it to be legalized where everyone would be able to smoke cannabis. Just not the ones that have a medical marijuana card, but for everyone.
Now, when you say cannabis, because people might not know, that's a big term in terminology. What you said? Are you saying marijuana, weed?
Weed.
Oh, okay, say it like it is. Tell it like it is.
Say it like it is. Make it mean like
make it like it's
yeah, just that's what they done changed it to say cannabis, because when you're advocating for it, marijuana, it has a description that some people take as a negative connotation.
Okay.
You know, but when you say cannabis, it seems to lighten it, so to speak.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Now,
weed is weed, but you have it in different grains and different strands. Oh, that sounds funny, Princess. But yeah, you get different strands of medical marijuana or marijuana, period, on the street, whatever. Marijuana is marijuana. Weed is weed.
So now, okay, because I know they was trying to pass this. I know some of them are here in Illinois. We have about 7 of them. Am I correct? Dispensaries.
We have at least
how many?
20.
20 dispensaries.
Yes.
And no stores yet?
Oh yeah, the dispensaries are the stores.
And where
right now, if you're looking at my hat, I heart 7 Point is a medical cannabis dispensary right here in Oak Park. Harlem and Lake.
We had a weed joint. I mean,
that close to you. Harlem and Lake. 7 Point medical cannabis dispensaries right there on my hat, baby.
Baby, bad. Now, I didn't know that.
Matter of fact, they opened up over a year ago. It was at the grand opening. I'm friends with the owner of 7 Point, Brad. Friends on Facebook too. I should have put a shout out to them.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been open over a year.
Wow.
They just celebrated 1 year anniversary, August the 29th or something like that.
So how
it was in the paper. Matter of fact, it was in the West Suburban Journal. If you want to Google that, on the cover of that issue, I think they had Stairway to the Stars. And in the corner, you'll see where I did the pictures for that grand opening, Daryl Fundren. You'll see the pictures from that event. I introduced State Representative Camille Lilly to Brad at that event.
Okay, now my question is, I'm looking on the website. I do see that they opened up.
Okay.
Now this is where they sell all the weed. I mean, the cannabis.
It's right there. 7 Point medical cannabis dispensary, right?
And
there
it's right there. Wow, right in the heart of Oak Park.
right across the street.
Now, I thought you couldn't be around any children. I mean, what's the rules to this game? Because I need to open up me one. What's the rules?
Well, to opening up one, it's going to take some money. It's going to take a lot of political. You know about the game with the politicking.
They politicking on this too?
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm finding out is that, African Americans are not even trying to tap into the.
Oh, I am. That's why I'm asking you these questions. So how do you get into this? Give me some insight.
To open up one?
Yes, start with off.
It's going to take money.
Besides money.
$250,000 to be exact. Which is non-refundable.
What?
So the game is stipulated to where, you don't get your money back because you had to pass so many laws that governs within the state of Illinois. Right here, if you guys see this is hemp staffing. This is a medical cannabis dispensary training course, which I took, passed it, flying colors.
You got to train to sell weed?
Oh, yeah. You got to know. You got to know the what you have in weed is called. And then you have, that's the smell. You remember the smell of weed? You ever smelled weed before?
I ain't never smoked weed, so.
Okay. Well, since you never smoked it, you when people have it, it has different smells.
Okay.
Different pungent odors.
Oh, wow.
And those are what you call terpenes.
Okay.
Back in the day, they had sesame oil.
Wow.
That's some of them.
This sounds like some Nino Brown, up to date 2015.
Well,
I mean, this is some Nino.
No, it's for medicinal purposes. But I feel that everybody should be able to do that because you don't just have to have a medical condition to want to medicate yourself with cannabis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's good for over 40 debilitating ailments in our body. Let me read this to you. Cannabis can be used to treat pain relief from insomnia, anxiety, migraine headaches, cancer, slow down tumorous growth, seizures, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, Tourette syndromes, Devitt syndromes, OCD, ADD, ADHD, HIV, AIDS, Crohn's, hepatitis C, depression, concussion, strokes, inflammatory bowel disease. May lower your insulin level and raise your metabolism. So that's for people that's diabetic.
Uh-huh.
And see, we don't want to educate ourselves.
So wait a minute. Wait. So you mean tell me somebody that's a diabetic smoke some weed and get healed?
Lower your insulin level, what you take diabetic medicine for, right?
Uh-huh.
And raise your metabolism. You're going to want to eat. Those are what the people call the munchies. But
and this is legalized marijuana.
Yeah.
So how do I get a prescription?
Princess, lower your insulin level. Yeah, these are different strands. Right here, we got the yellows are what you call sativas.
Okay.
The purples are indicas. The brown is rudellas. The blue are hybrids. The white and the other white are indica and sativa mix.
Wow.
Now, let me educate you on different strands. All right. The sativas, tall, laxy branch, relatively long, narrow leaflets, high level of THC. All right. Then you have the indicas. What are the side effects, you ask, right?
Uh-huh.
These are the side effects. A few varieties of the pure indica smoke can cause what is referred to as couch lock. That's when you be like, man, they stuck.
I know Snoop Dogg right now is saying.
That's what Snoop smoke. That's what they smoke. Are the hybrids and the rudellas.
So wait a minute. So now looking at this graph, they have all of this is weed. Is that? I mean, sorry, cannabis. All this is just weed. So all of this.
Yeah, this is a periodic table of cannabis. Well, here is just like you have elements with zinc, iron, copper. You have the same elements with THC. All right. Tetrahydrocannabinoids, which is CH30O2. Those are the chemical stimulants that comes with medical cannabis.
Question: who can get a medical whatever you need to get this? You have to go to a doctor. What?
Yeah. Right here, I just named out how many different ailments that medical cannabis can be used to treat. That's over 20 different ones right there. So people that are receiving stuff for insomnia, can't go to sleep, get indica.
What doctor is prescribing this? You know.
Well, what they're prescribing you are opiates.
What's that? You talk.
Opiates it's the epidemic. Pills are killing people now. Yeah. You been Princess? You ain't seen the opiate
epidemic? They ain't been talking about it.
Earl.
That's why we got you here. Educate us.
No, I'm telling Earl know about the opiate. You don't know about people dying on Xanax? All right, let me listen to this. This one guy said, it's weird. I never did, illegal drugs. I did prescription drugs illegally.
Wow.
Because you could go to your pharmacist and you have one of these debilitating ailments, you get prescription for Xanax, Oxycontins, Prozac, and Prozac is the #1 drug for the United States.
Wow.
$711 billion on prescription drugs. Things like Suboxone, Calliope, Adderall. And just because a doctor prescribed you medicine for that, that's not the cure. Cannabis has been proven to be the cure for these ailments.
Well, I ain't got none, but I got a headache, so I think I need a joint. Is that how we work? Can I get a joint? Can I get a little something? I don't, do they show me how to smoke it too? Because I ain't never smoked it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At 7 point, they take you through a tutorial.
Oh, Lord, they've got a tour how to smoke a joint. Okay.
Because some people are novice.
Okay.
Some people smoke weed when they were in college.
Oh, okay.
Never smoked it again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people smoke weed in college. It never stopped.
And they probably healthy. I ain't never smoked weed.
That's me, myself, and I.
You smoke weed? Oh, okay. Which one you get?
I like them all. But I tell you why. Because, listen, kids right now are suffering from ADD, ADHD. We don't go to the doctor to get a diagnosis suffering from these ailments. They just say, he crazy. That's our youth.
Yeah.
But you know what? On the flip side.
What is the most common weed on the street?
People say loud. And they say loud because of, like I was just telling you earlier, the terpenes.
Which one is loud?
The purple ones like Royal Highness, Tropicana, Blueberry Haze, Girl Scout cookies.
So if somebody,
biodiesel.
So if somebody's caught with this, as long as they got a medical prescription, it's legal.
Yeah, once you get your medical cannabis card, you're legal. But
and how do I obtain?
That's what I'm doing. That's the reason I'm advocating, because I don't want just the people that can have a medical cannabis card to receive it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
My relatives right now in Colorado can go get $20 on pump 2 and get a quarter of purple diesel at the gas station. Legal. Yeah,
but how do you obtain the card?
United States, Colorado. Huh?
How do you obtain to get the card?
Well, first of all you need to do is just tell your doctor that you want to try medical cannabis instead of the medication that they're prescribing. Because sometimes you can have side effects to the medicines that they're giving you. Some people may take stuff for the diabetes, but can't eat. You know what I'm saying? And so there's no side effects to cannabis, but it's going to give you a more suppressive appetite to want to eat.
You said there's no
and that's
side
a good
effect.
thing.
You said there's no side effect. Is there no side effect that they haven't found yet, or?
Well, weed has been around since BC.
Here you go. Break it out. Tell me what your class showed you. What has been around?
All right. You can go back to Emperor Shang documented cannabis as far as back as 2727 BC to use cannabis much as what we use it today for pain relief, insomnia, nausea, gout. How many of us black folks suffer from gout? Because you just don't have to smoke cannabis. You can get it in the oil, which is CBD. It comes in the oil for people that have arthritis. A lot of doctors have been withholding people from receiving it. Because why? It's a business. If they can keep you to come to the doctor and not be healed because you got Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and you got all the good insurance companies, they're going to want you to keep coming back. They're going to give you prescriptions. But I just tell a person like this, you know, try it. Because, you know, for arthritis, you can get it as an oil.
What's a THC in the cannabis?
This is what this is. That's just the name of what this is.
Okay, but it also says that in some THC, if it's too high, it can cause the side effects. It said it can cause paranoia and anxiety.
Well, that's what they call stuff like dabs, which is wax, because that's a pure level of THC because you can make it into a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we're just talking about the medical benefits of cannabis right now.
Does it cure cancer?
After 2020, yeah.
How?
Because of the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system. Learn how this little known system in our body used the cannabinoids to help alleviate ailments. Cannabis already in our body. The cannabinoids. What cannabis does, it does it as a reactor to the brain cells to tell the certain parts of the body to heal itself.
Now, I'm reading this. I hear what you're saying, but they said one word side effects of the THC is anxiety and paranoia. Throughout small of the THC are likely to only induce mild paranoia and social anxiety. Edibles in large doses can cause side effects, just as one guy who ate incredible and called 911 because he thought he was dying. THC is also known to relax anxiety in small doses and increase it in large. This is due to, I mean, you can tell me what's that. So there is a side effect on how people are taking it. Is that because sometimes they can't be on other stuff or, you know, medicine or what?
Well, when you're taking edibles, all right, edibles could come with different levels of THC in them.
Okay.
All right. You may not want to eat the whole cookie. You may want to be able to eat a portion of the cookie. You understand that? Because the THC levels that may be in that cookie could be high. You know, so you want to take, and that's what you would learn through him staffing and people that educated me to know the doses that a person may come into a dispensary and want to receive. All right.
But are they going to tell them the side effects as well?
Yeah.
Because they're talking about I'm looking at dry mouths. They're saying red eyes and dry reds, hunger, munchies. So there's a cause and there's an effect, right?
All those are not things that are hurtful side effects. That's just your eyes red. Because it's good for glaucoma.
Anxiety and paranoia, somebody think they're going to die.
Well, he ate too much.
But
no one has never died. All they're gonna do is like Cat Williams say, y'all pull him up. All he gonna do is be hungry, happy, and sleeping. Cat Williams said it well, because that's the only thing he's gonna do to him. He may feel like he's gonna die. He ain't finna die.
Now I got something you can share with us.
It's not gonna even increase your heart rate to
okay, but I want you to share this with us.
Okay.
How do they get involved? Because I know you want to do a class. How does someone get involved to want to know about cannabis? They want to get involved. How do they get involved? How can you tell them to get involved with this?
All right. # hemp staffing. That's HEMPSTAFFING. They will be here next month.
Okay, and what do they do?
Hemp staffing trains people to go out and work in dispensaries. This is hemp staffing right here. They came and trained me to work in dispensaries and to do what I'm doing now, as far as, because I do a lot of advocating for cannabis. Okay. So working in a dispensary is my next goal, to work in a dispensary. Get me another year or two in a dispensary. And when it comes to Atlanta, my friend that got me this right here, he's a doctor in Atlanta. 30 years in the practice. When it comes there, guaranteed a job to work there in a cannabis dispensary there, and to cultivate. I want to know all about it.
And what are they paying?
That's $6-figure a year.
Okay, so I'm looking at hemp staffing. They say they have a training marijuana dispenser job in Illinois. For an intense course, you have to pay $249 advance purchase, or $300 cash at the door.
At the door.
So basically, they're not really.
No felonies. Don't come thinking if you have felonies, you will not be able to be trained to do anything in the medical cannabis field.
But most staffing companies, because I own a staffing company, right. I'm going to start charging super producers. I'm going to start charging people at my staffing company to get a job with me. It's going to be $200.
What you're going to do?
Are they training people?
Like I told.
Are they training? Okay. But this is training. This is $300 cash at the door, $25 in advance. So what they do, they train them to learn how to work in the dispensaries, put the gloves on. What they do? Come on, go to that page.
What you're going to learn from hemp staffing.
HIPAA laws and all that good stuff.
Everything. All right. I'm going to show you just a bit synopsis of what you're going to learn through hemp staffing, or who knows, Princess Dempsey.
That's right, Dempsey Staffing Firm.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start training some weed, and then you hold it like this.
What you learn? No, it's not going to be that way. What you're going to learn, this is going to be a fast-paced 4-hour course where you learn to be a bud tender.
What's a bud tender?
A dispensary agent.
Okay.
Or a bud liaison. That is a person like myself.
Okay.
To where you know the dosage and what you need to take, what you're going to do, what you learn are the laws and what is expected in Illinois dispensaries. Medical and medical marijuana symptoms and what it can minimize or alleviate. You will learn how to recommend a proper dosage of cannabis. It is proper dosage. Like you say, you don't want to eat the whole cookie. You'll learn about the endocannabinoid system. The hormone system in your body helps alleviate ailments. The main cannabinoids in cannabis, which is THC, CBD, or CBDN, or etc., and what each can do for its patients. You'll learn the ailments of medical cannabis and how you can recommend and which each cannabinoid and which terpenes best for different symptoms associated with diseases. All right. You'll learn how to manage the point of sale system, inventory, security, in the cannabis industry. There's over 40 chronic diseases in which a person can receive cannabis from. At the end of that course, you will receive a 20-question test to pass 75%. As you see, I put right here 100%. Failing wasn't an option for me. And that class I took was June the 25th at the Doubletree Oak Tree. And they're coming back again. And since I passed the class, right, you don't have to I can always go back and get an update on what cannabis is doing in different states Because I met with the owners.
But is that guarantee? But is that guaranteeing you a job, a career into that? Is that
nothing's going to guarantee you a job, even through your staffing company.
But see, you don't pay me $300 at the door.
Be zealous. You got to be ambitious.
But see, but nobody has that. If somebody's looking for a job, then they're gonna have $249 or $300. So my question is, besides, when you saying if they want to get in the industry, is that correct? Because everybody
don't get in it if you ain't in it to win it. I'll put it that way.
Don't get in it if you ain't got no money.
Don't get in it if you ain't in it to win it.
Don't get in if you got no money.
If you got $250 to learn about what you want to know in the cannabis industry and you're trying to get involved in the industry, it's worth it. But if you're not trying to get to know about the cannabis industry and you're going to pay your $250 and you're not trying to get involved in the movement, or you're not getting involved in advocating, or you're not getting involved in educating people about how it is helpful for people in the...
How many dispensaries are in Chicago?
My last count. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give you some stuff on how many is.
And then I'm getting ready to go to my Jeopardy because I'm going on a Jeopardy on the the dispensary because I want to know what 100 people says. How many in Chicago?
Oh, that's fine. All right, this is what they had right here. 2 investment analyst firms reported that in 2015, legal cannabis sales totaled $5.4 billion.
Okay, but how many locations? Do you know?
That was just on the industry. Made Chicago. All right, please. All right, here we go. All right. Medical marijuana in Chicago. Medical marijuana sales in Chicago saw a slight increase in sales in May due to previous month. That was by Joseph Wright, which they generated $2.3 million on cannabis. And that was on 5,100 patients. That was in April. April sales totaled 2.2 million. Illinois has 37 registered dispensaries.
Wow.
For your question.
37
registered dispensaries.
That's a lot.
In Illinois, about 70,000 qualifying patients.
How's it 37 and don't nobody know about it?
I know.
Again, how is it 37 and don't everybody know about? You know about it because you have an interest that you know.
That's what I say. If you're not trying to get into this industry to know about this industry, and you're lackadaisy about it, because a lot of people that of color, we was ridiculed for smoking weed. People didn't want to be around you. I want to be around you, smoke weed. I ain't got no problem with you drinking Dom Perignon or Hennessy.
Wow. This is interesting. Now, you know what?
You know why? Because I was never judgmental towards the other person on what they did as a vice.
You just let them do what they do. Well, no, I'm gonna take a musical break right quick, so I can come back and pay my Jeopardy because I got to pay some bills. So we'll be right back after this message. In a minute, I'm gonna be doing a lot of commercial breaks. I got sponsorship. welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is your girl, Mixing It Up with Lady Princess. And don't forget, before I come on, you listen to The Truth Seeker with my brother, Tone Duncan, doing this thing. So we were just listening to cannabis. And I also have, she's really not a guest. She has her show in here. But I would like her to introduce herself. She's going to be helping us in Jeopardy.
My name is Stephanie. Excuse me. My name is Stephanie, and I'm from Chicago Girlfriends.
All right. See, I had to pull one in, so she's gonna help me with my good thing here. So in Jeopardy, so we're gonna do the marijuana Jeopardy. So she was listening on the side. What is the main chemistry in marijuana? 100 people says.
You want me to answer?
Yeah, you got a team. Go ahead.
All right.
Quick.
TSC. Is it TSC?
I want to try to win. I ain't finna tell you the answer. Do I go next?
Okay.
And so, she got the buzzer.
No, she was right. Y'all got a buzzer. I'm gonna say
TSC.
THC. What did you say? TS.
I said TS.
Okay, Doug, you definitely are. Okay, so and yours is THC, right? Okay. So
facts. I thought you said THC.
Facts. Now y'all gotta. Now y'all have to say. Y'all have to say. Bub. Somebody have to say something.
Okay.
What are some of the street names for marijuana? You gotta say Buzz if you want to answer. Okay, go ahead.
He said Girl Scout cookies. He said loud. He said loud Girl Scout cookies. Did you say something like Drano or something?
Biodiesel.
Oh, diesel. That's what I knew. It was something.
Purple train.
I said street names for marijuana.
Loud. That would be loud.
Loud, yeah.
I know loud. And what
Kush.
is it?
Kush.
What's that other name?
Okay. No. 100% said weed, hemp, kush, Mary Jane, pot, grass, dope, bud, reefer, hydro, and hash. Street name.
Well, hash is not. Hash is.
That's I'm doing my Jeopardy.
Okay.
That's Jeopardy. That's Jeopardy question. Okay. So next Jeopardy question. All right. Ready for this one? Okay. Laws pertaining in marijuana. Is marijuana illegal in Canada?
No. Just became legal May 2016.
So is marijuana illegal in Canada?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna say yes.
You're right. Yes, it is.
No.
It just came. 100 people says. So wait, we ain't gonna go to the book. We're just doing a Jeopardy. Okay, 200 people for chemistry. 200. What does THC stand for? What does THC stand for, Jeopardy?
I don't know.
Marijuana man?
Tetrahydrocannabinoids.
Ding, he's right. Okay. All right. For 200 facts, where does marijuana originate from?
Ding. I'm going to say Jamaica.
Oh, Lord. And you
it's been around since 2027 BC, so we want to say Jamaica, but we gonna go as far as ancient. It's been around for a long time.
So it originated from Central and South Asia. Okay. For 200, in what country is marijuana legal in? In what country in Europe is marijuana legal in?
Ding. I'm going to say Amsterdam. Wait, is it Amsterdam?
Red like this.
Yeah.
Neverlands. That's what it said. Neverlands. Yes.
Bucket list.
For 300 chemicals. How many chemicals are in marijuana?
That people add their own stuff.
Nah,
three, y'all for real.
How many? 420.
Oh,
what?
okay.
That's how many chemicals are in marijuana.
Yeah, that's the reason it's such a good plant.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, how is marijuana smoked?
Ding.
Good.
It can be smoked several ways. Yeah. It could be put as a liquid inside of those hookah pens. Oh, by the way, I just want to put a disclosure. I don't.
Put that disclosure in.
But some people like to smoke it in blunts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to smoke it in hookah pens.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to smoke it in what do they call those?
She know too many.
She about to lie, right? Joint.
You know too many.
Right. The
Okay.
it's a joint. Okay.
Okay.
And
All right.
and that's all.
And a glass pipe.
No.
Oh, okay.
You did good. You did good, baby.
You know they have vaporizers too.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, laws pertaining to marijuana for 300. In Canada, how long will you stay in prison if you're caught with 30 grams or less of marijuana?
Or less.
Or less.
I would say 60 days.
I
still say it's legal.
6 months if you're caught in there. Okay.
I was good with the 6.
You was good with the 6. Yes, you was. 4. What toxic chemical does the smoke from marijuana contains? What toxic chemical? Wow.
Nothing toxic.
Carbon. I would think it's carbon. Like I don't want to say carbon monoxide. Is it carbon?
Yes, it is. Yes,
is it? Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Carbon monoxide. Keep going.
Oh, it's something else. What else could it?
ACETL.
ACT.
What is it? Actual, what is that?
Acetylene or something? I don't know.
You going?
Carousel.
And
Seminole.
So these are toxic chemicals that's in marijuana. All right.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that one.
Okay, so for 400 facts, in what 2 states in the USA recently made marijuana legal? In what 2 states in the USA recently made marijuana legal in?
I would say
Pennsylvania became the 24th state to legalize marijuana. Adults smoking marijuana responsible.
And what 2 states first did it? It was Washington State and Colorado.
Was the first.
Yep.
Yeah, Colorado was the first.
Laws pertaining. And what is the fine for carrying 30 grams of weed or less?
Where? Here in Illinois?
It just said what is. Yeah.
What's the fine?
What's the fine?
I would say about maybe $100 fine.
$250 ticket or something. Yeah, it's just.
Is it what?
It's a ticket.
How much? Super producer.
Anything under an ounce is considered
$1,000. $1,000. See, you didn't know a lot of stuff about it, so that's why I like to do these Jeopardy games, because a lot of people don't know. So we do Jeopardy, you gotta guess. So articles, effects, true or false? The amount of marijuana doesn't affect how long you stay high for. True or false?
True.
I'll say true.
What is false? All right, so producer.
I didn't understand the question too.
The amount of marijuana does not affect how long you stay high for.
So if I smoke all day, I'm still gonna be just as high. I'm not gonna get no higher.
It said the amount.
Is that what you're
the amount of right? It will get you high. So it's Jeopardy questions. Okay, what is the effect? Heart, lungs, and liver disease. What is the effect?
Which one? You're asking which one of those?
So yeah, let me go. Let me phrase it. Hold on. There's this say. Wait a minute. Let me do it again. It says effects.
It will affect. I would assume.
Heart, lung. It's true for heart, lung, or liver. Is it? Which one does it affect?
Your lungs. I would think it would do your lungs and your heart, actually, because I think it speeds up your heart rate.
Marijuana?
Yeah.
I don't think it does neither.
What is long-term
I don't know.
effects
My
of
little cousin
marijuana?
smoked some, and I had to go pick him up from the ER because he thought he was having a heart attack. So,
oh, wow. It does. It said, the question is, what is the long-term effects of marijuana? You said heart, lung, and liver. Yeah. Videos.
Okay.
Free 100 points. Okay. No, you don't know. Articles. Rates for this have gone down due to medical marijuana. What's that?
false.
No, rates of this have gone down due to marijuana. So somebody's not gonna try to do what? Don't try.
Definitely less killing.
Suicide.
Yeah, suicide.
It's gone down due to marijuana.
I can believe that too.
Isn't that crazy?
They too sleepy to pull the trigger.
You know what? Depression from marijuana usually starts in what point of someone's life? You're right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. For 300. True or false? Teens do more marijuana than more than any other drug combined.
True.
I say true to that too.
That's true. True or false? Herb, medical, and dietary supplements are not regulated by the FDA.
Say that again.
Herb medicals and dietary supplements are not regulated by the FDA.
I would say that's true.
I would say false too, because everything is regulated by FDA.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true. Okay. That is true. True or false? Marijuana is not linked to school failure.
I would say false.
I'm going to say true too.
You're right again.
Because
where are you getting your answers from?
Well, because you think if you're tired, exhausted, I've known some people that smoke. Excuse me, and it takes away your ambition. I'm sorry.
I have to go different from that.
Some people it take away. It makes them tired, makes them want to sleep. Make them want to just kind of lay down and then smoke some more weed. Okay.
Marijuana has been proven helpful for treating symptoms of many medical conditions.
I would say that's true.
That's true. Definitely the truth. But even with
wait. You
can't be starting the show.
Okay.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. True or false? Marijuana has been shown to cause medical illness.
I would say that's false.
False.
That is false. And that brings me to my last question. And thank you for playing Jeopardy with us. And next coming on the mic is going to be what?
Chicago Girlfriend.
Chicago Girlfriend. So stay tuned. Don't go away. This is your girl mixing it up with Lady Princess. And you'll see me every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, except for the third Tuesday. I got school for me. But otherwise than that, you'll see me right here on IntellectualRadio.com. But we want to thank our special guest. And he's pointing at 7 points. All right, Daryl. And I guess he's going to be doing a seminar coming up, right? You got him staffing is coming up. So yeah, all righty. So Daryl, you got any questions? They can call you, or you have any websites or anything?
Well, you can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
You can. Oh, my fault. You can find me on Facebook, or you can find me on Illinois Cannabis Medical Cannabis Community of Illinois on Facebook.
Oh, you'll find him with a camera in his hand. That's all I got to tell you.
You'll find me
because he's the cameraman. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Princess Dempsey.